The general stopped mid-sentence. His voice didn't fade, it cut off. He wasn't searching for words, he was searching for someone. Me. His eyes scanned the auditorium slowly until they locked onto mine. He leaned slightly toward the microphone. "Colonel Michael, are you here?" The room went silent. My mother froze. My father slowly turned around, and for the first time in 8 years, I saw uncertainty in his eyes. For 8 years, they had told everyone I was a deserter, a coward, a disgrace. And now I was standing in the same room. My name is Michael, and this didn't start at that ceremony. It started 8 years earlier. I was 26 when everything changed. I had a clean record, a clear path, and one goal: build a respected career in the Navy. I wasn't the loud one. I wasn't the favorite. I was just disciplined. Then I received a call, a meeting, no details, a room without windows, 3 officers. They spoke about a task force that officially didn't exist, operations that would never be public, assignments that would never be acknowledged, and one condition: total silence. "If you sign," one of them said, "you will officially disappear from service. No one will know where you are." I thought about my father, a former lieutenant who often spoke about what he could have achieved if things had gone differently. I thought he would be proud, so I signed. And that day, I vanished. Officially, I left the Navy. Unofficially, my real service began. The missions weren't the hardest part. The silence was. I was allowed minimal contact, neutral emails, generic postcards, no details, no explanations. I assumed my family would ask questions. Instead, they built a story. I didn't hear it at first, but 3 years later, during a 48-hour clearance back home, I learned the truth. It was my Aunt Rose's birthday. I didn't go inside. I stayed outside near the house. Through an open window, I heard my father laughing. "Michael? Oh, he couldn't handle it. 3 months in training and he quit." Laughter followed. "Good thing we have Alexander. That one has what it takes." I stood a few meters away, invisible. I could have walked in. I could have corrected them. But a classified oath weighs more than pride. So I stayed silent. And silence over time starts to look like guilt. Meanwhile, I was leading operations in places I'm still not allowed to name. Deserts where the air felt like fire. Cities where we moved only at night. Villages where one wrong step meant lives lost. I commanded men who trusted me with their survival. I made decisions in seconds that would echo for years. I watched teammates fall. I carried responsibility heavier than any weapon. And every Christmas, every birthday, I knew my family believed I had failed. That part hurt more than anything overseas. Back to the ceremony, I stood up. The sound of my chair scraping against the floor echoed unnaturally loud. Hundreds of heads turned. My brother looked confused. My mother covered her mouth. My father couldn't move. I walked down the aisle slowly. Every step felt like walking through 8 years of accusations. Coward, failure, disappointment. On stage, the general extended his hand. His grip was firm. Then he spoke into the microphone. This man led operations that will never be public. He saved lives. He carried responsibilities few would accept. And he endured years of silence while his name was dishonored. A murmur spread through the officers in the room. Some of them knew. The general then did something unexpected. He pulled me into a firm embrace. Not for the audience, but like one soldier refusing to let another stand alone. The applause started slowly. Then the entire auditorium rose to their feet, except my parents. After the ceremony, my brother was the first to approach me. "Why didn't you tell us?" he whispered. "Because I couldn't," I replied, "and because no one asked when it mattered." That night, we went to dinner. A reserved table, soft lighting, cold air. My mother finally spoke. 8 years, Michael." My father laughed bitterly. "So this is duty now? Disappearing on your family?" "I didn't disappear," I said calmly. I wasn't allowed to explain. You could have given us something, my mother insisted. And that's when I said what I had swallowed for nearly a decade. I didn't make you believe I failed. You chose that story. You repeated it. My father slammed his hand on the table. I had a reputation. I looked at him steadily. You always had pride, but you never had the courage to defend your own son. Silence. My brother's voice trembled. I believed it because you sounded so sure, Dad. That hurt him, more than my words ever could. I stood up. For the first time in 8 years, I don't owe anyone an explanation. If you want to know who I really am, that's your choice now. And I walked out, not angry, free. Months passed. No dramatic apologies, no immediate healing, just space. One day, my father called. His voice was different. Can we talk? He asked. We met. He struggled for words. The man who never hesitated. I was wrong, he finally said. No excuses, no pride, just truth. And sometimes truth is heavier than any metal. A year later, I received an official decoration. This time, my parents sat in the front row. When my name was called, my father stood up first. After the ceremony, he approached me. He placed his hand on my shoulder. I'm proud of you, son. 8 simple words. That was all I had wanted. Not recognition, not applause, just that. Today, I no longer serve in the field. I work with veterans and families who struggle with silence, distance, and misunderstanding. Because I learned something important. The hardest battles are not fought overseas. They are fought at home. They called me a deserter, but I never ran. Not from duty, not from responsibility, and in the end, not from the truth.